Greetings everyone, Garnet Schulhauser here. I am the author of 5 books in the metaphysical spiritual genre, and you can find out more about my books on my website, which is garnetschulhauser.com. Now, all of my books deal with my dialogue and astral travels with my spirit guide Albert, who confronted me on the street one day disguised as a homeless man. Through my connection with Albert, I've had many trips on the astral plane with Albert as my tour guide. And he's taken me to the spirit side, where I've been able to discover many startling revelations about the cycle of reincarnation on our planet. And I've had conversations with many wise souls who have walked the earth in previous lives on our dear planet. Now, whether or not you believe in reincarnation, the fact that you're having a human journey on earth at this time means that you have chosen to participate in the cycle of reincarnation as it relates to the denser planes, including planet Earth. Now, today I'd like to answer a question that has been posed to me many times, which is it possible for your deceased grandma to incarnate into your new baby, into your child? The short answer is yes. And let me explain how this will work. You see, first of all, by way of background, understand that we're all eternal souls, beings of energy whose natural home is the spirit side, which is a very high vibration dimension. Now, souls on the spirit side can choose to incarnate into humans on Earth or to physical life forms on other planets, and they do so with the purpose of trying to face the challenges and learn the lessons that they feel they will help them grow and evolve as a soul. So every soul has a free choice of when and where to incarnate. All souls very specifically choose their new lives for the purpose of overcoming some challenges that they failed to overcome in other lifetimes, or to finish some unfinished karma from previous lifetimes. So it's a very deliberate choice on the part of the soul. And in doing so, of course, the soul gets to choose where they're going to be born, what country, what state, what province, what city. And by virtue of doing that, of course, they will have chosen the first language they would learn. They also get to choose the identity of their parents, siblings, grandparents, aunts and uncles, and other relatives who play major roles in their new lives. Again, this is all for the purpose of experiencing the things that they hope will enhance their evolution. And sometimes the soul's primary purpose for incarnating is to mainly help other souls on their journeys, so that they don't necessarily have a lot of things to learn on their own, but they've incarnated again to help others, usually people, souls in their soul group, with their journeys, to have more fulfilling journeys on Earth and to learn the things that they hope to learn. And when a soul returns to the spirit side after their physical bodies die, there are no rules about when they can reincarnate, or when they should reincarnate, or how long they can linger before they go back into another life. That is entirely up to each soul. Now, some souls, after they finish a life on Earth, will basically linger in the spirit side for what might amount to be 200 or 300 years of Earth time. And other times, a soul will make an immediate, quick reincarnation back into a physical body. And this is all done very deliberately, and there's nobody saying that a soul must do a reincarnation within a certain time period. There are no timetables, no deadlines for souls to reincarnate, and a soul could even choose to not reincarnate on the physical plane again, entirely up to the soul. So back to the question, can your deceased grandma, grandpa, aunts or uncles, other relatives, can they choose to reincarnate into your new baby, into your child? And yes, they can. Now, there's no way of knowing for sure if your child is a reincarnation of one of your deceased relatives. I mean, in terms of physical appearance, most of that can be attributed to human genetics. So if your grandma has blonde hair and fair skin, the fact that your child is the same doesn't mean that your grandma has reincarnated into that child, but the human genetics determine physical characteristics. And for the most part, children don't get to recall any of their previous lives. So your child won't necessarily say, "Hey, mom and dad, I'm the reincarnation of grandma." Most of the time, they won't recall their past lives or have any knowledge of this. So how can you tell whether or not your child might be the reincarnation of a deceased loved one? But sometimes your child will display mannerisms that remind you of your deceased loved ones, things like temperament, personality, quirks of behavior, that when you see it happening, you think to yourself, that's just like Grandma. If you notice some of these similar mannerisms in your child, you should just say to yourself, I'm thankful that Grandma Jones has come back into my life as my child, and I'm looking forward to watching my child grow up and to see where he or she develops throughout life. If you'd like to find out more about what I learned on my astral trips with Albert, please read my books or watch my YouTube videos. That's all for now today, folks. If you enjoy watching this video, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. And remember, above all, to keep on dancing.